This is the Bill Squire Show.
138 years ago today, legendary American actor John Wilkes Booth was born.
Legendary.
American actor.
Little Tom meme there.
Oh, that's so... Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, I'm actually...
I'm getting that turned on now.
I'm
Sorry,
a little
guys.
into that.
You better watch
That's
out.
funny, but-
You better watch out, mister. I'm going to introduce you to my sisters, Mary Kate and Ashley. That's what I call my fists.
That's what
What a cute name.
Mary Kate and Ashley. Shut up, Tommy.
mine are Zach and Cody and The Sweet Life.
Ooh. Thelma and Louise.
On deck.
On deck.
That was the best one.
That's my knee. Ready to go. Because I fight to win. All right, who are your fists?
I don't know.
The Money Makers.
The money makers.
Money and Maker. Yeah.
Money maker.
I could do. All right. You got another fist? I can keep going.
Florence and Henderson.
Belle and Sebastian. Imagine
That's the best one.
if you get into a fight and they're like, "How'd you like to meet my fist?"
Bella and Sebastian. That's so funny, dude. That's the best one. that's what I call me. This is her name, Bella and Sebastian.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Not gonna top that one.
No, we're not. No.
I was
We'll
gonna-
see. There's a lot of show left.
Yeah, last show.
And I'm going to be keeping that in the back of my head this whole time.
Yeah.
So I had a car accident.
Yes, you did.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
you didn't
not
die.
paralyzed?
No.
Okay.
So let me.
Did you come?
No, I didn't come.
That's
Did
good.
she come?
No, no one came. So let me explain to you.
depressing.
Okay.
So this story.
Welcome to the Bill Squire Show.
Hi.
This story.
Tommy, AJ, Bill.
The story is actually almost a 5-year-long story, and it all culminates into
Ooh, I like that we started with the end.
the most intense 45 seconds in the history of humanity. This might take the entire episode to talk about.
What?
Well, we need
In
to kill
45
time.
seconds? A 45-second
I'm going to tell you.
event.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
So, about 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, I'm going to say like 5 years ago, I met this girl. Her name's Missy. And
It wasn't the wrong Missy, was it?
no.
Oh, that's a reference to a Netflix movie starring David Spade and Lauren Lupkus.
Right. She's actually really cool. She actually thought that I remember how I told you there was somebody
Oh, that's right. Okay.
that thought I was
yeah.
Wilhelmina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she thought I was him. For years, she thought she thought I was Wilhelmina. But I'm not like, no, Wilhelmina is a real person and is an actual super fan of Bill Squire, the one Bill Squire.
If you're not familiar with Wilhelmina, she calls into the Alan Cox Show from time to time.
Yeah.
And is a real person. The Alan Cox Show is on 100.7 WMMS, The Buzzard, weekdays 2 to 6 p.m. Check it out on the iHeartRadio app if you're not in Cleveland.
So I was working at a group home, and I worked with this girl named Stephanie, and she started following me on social media. And you know me, I'm kind of like ridiculous on social media. I do like I post like ridiculous, silly jokes. I do the shaving cream bit.
Which is funny
great.
because there's other people that are ridiculous on social media, but it is so like oversharing and just like, guys, I just need all your help right now. And like, and you're so silly about your social media.
Yeah.
It's very refreshing.
Thank
There's
you.
so many people.
I
that
do.
are just
I
like,
get that a lot.
Yeah.
People like really enjoy my jokes, my
It's-
silly, stupid jokes on social media.
They're
because
great.
it is a breath of fresh air. Because everybody takes social media so serious, or they're just boring, or just like
You get
so-
stuck in doom scrolling.
Yeah, I've pared my social media down to posting clips from this show, the Alan Cox Show, and stand up.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit of whoopsie here and there. No personal life stuff on there at all, really. Like, I'll throw a sunset on my story from time to time. Maybe a song I like, maybe a meme I like, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing the whole, like, here's what's going on in my life kind of stuff. Because I
Right.
just, I don't know. Like, I'm just, it's just not interesting to me anymore to do that.
understand.
To try and, like, let people be voyeurs into my life.
Yeah.
And that's why you guys will never know what's going on in my life.
So
Unless you watch my stand-up.
there is a lot of moving parts to this story. So we're gonna be jumping back and forward in
It's
time.
just an accident. This
Okay,
is crazy.
So it
to
starts
me.
with
It starts with
You meet this
5
girl,
or 6 years
Stephanie.
ago.
Yeah.
Meet this girl Stephanie. I work with this girl Stephanie. We're like real friendly at work. We're hitting it off, and I'm gonna infer a couple of things here, and I could be wrong, but this is just kind of my speculation. From out of nowhere, she has a sister named Missy who starts following me on social media, starts loving my stuff. Like commenting on all my funny ha-has.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's nice,
Yeah.
when people, we're both,
we want engagement. We
want people to do that.
Yeah.
You know
Right,
this. It's
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
It's nice when
Yeah.
people engage with you and appreciate the things you do. And I was like super flattered by it. So
having said that, if you see any of our stuff posted on social media, give it a like and throw it a funny smiley face or a fun comment. You don't have to be a dick. You don't have to be anything. Just like
if you don't like it, just don't say anything.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't say anything. That's,
that hurts way more than you actually saying something.
Yeah.
But okay, so she starts like talking to me, and then one day out of the blue, she goes, "So do you want to like hang out with me Friday?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got nothing going on." And you know me, like I'm an adult, and I don't assume you and I hang out. I don't
Yeah.
assume that every woman that wants to hang out with me
Wants to fuck.
wants to fuck or go on a date with me.
Right.
Right. So, and I'm just like, and in my head, I'm just like, no, this is never going to be a date.
Like
So,
a knife.
Like I said, I'm an adult, and I don't assume that every woman that wants to hang out with me wants to have sex with me or wants to go on a date, because I'm not a fucking child. Right. And I'm thinking about, and I
So
was
you have the emotional intelligence to understand that friendship doesn't always
Can't
equal sex.
Fuck it.
right.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Tommy, we've been friends now for how long? Never
A year.
once never
Tommy's
once-
getting really close to
Yeah.
a year on the show.
Yeah.
Oh
Never,
my God.
Yeah.
What is
never
the
once entertained the idea of sleeping with you. Ever.
Right.
So
Complicated.
yeah, it's not hard. So, but there was an element where
Hey,
it did
just so
cross
you
my
know,
mind.
you're missing out.
No.
Yeah. We gotta do that every like 2 or 3 episodes.
We just look at each other and growl like aminals.
Whoopsie, so concerned. He's like, why
Right.
are you growling?
So I don't assume that every woman that wants to hang out with me wants to have sex, but it did cross my mind. I'm like,
Because
I
you're
wonder-
not an incel.
right. I'm not. But I also wonder. I'm like, I wonder if this is a date. But then I start, because it did cross my mind briefly. I'm like, I wonder if this is a date. But then I started thinking, no, like she saw the shaving cream shtick that I do. Like, if she's asking me out, she's like, I'm just like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. Me being funny has never gotten me laid ever.
Oh, that's the only thing that gets me laid.
Yeah, it's never been the thing that gets me laid, because my sense of humor is so weird.
I think it does get you laid more than you think.
No, let me tell you, it doesn't.
Well, I will say
doesn't.
this. You posted a picture with your butt in the mirror.
Yeah.
And Jake Van Wormer from Do Nobody Cares, which we are going to do a joint episode
Yeah.
with him in the
That'll be
future. He goes, you have such a funny butt. It's not wrong.
It did but I also posted that came from a video that I posted before,
Yeah.
and I got compliments from people on my butt.
Yeah.
As well.
It's subjective.
He didn't say it was a bad butt. He just said it was
Is
a
that
funny
such
butt.
a funny butt? I have a
Yeah.
funny butt.
Yeah.
So, but it did cross my mind, and I'm just like, there's no way that this is a date. Like, there's no way she saw the shaving cream thing and said, like, I'm going to go out with him, because it's not becoming. In fact, it's deliberately unattractive. Like, that's part of the bit.
But that's
Yeah.
that's attractive to some people.
Yeah, I
like dark
understand.
humor,
Yeah.
like
I
stuff like
understand.
that.
And the
is-
silliness and the
Yeah.
outright.
Right.
Like guys like Tim Heidecker, like out there, like Eric Andre, that, like, because they're so wild and different,
I understand.
it gets them laid, and I
It
think
does.
it works for you too.
I didn't. Once again, it crossed my mind. I was just like, there was some ambiguity that went into it. So I show up to her place. It was the first time I ever meet her. I go to her house.
Wait, first time you ever meet her?
First time I ever met her in real life.
And you went to her house.
Yeah, she let me. We were gonna like go. I was gonna pick her up and we were gonna hang out somewhere. Mm-hmm. I get to her house. She's gorgeous, stunning, and I'm just like, you gotta be. I'm like, you are definitely like.
Hold on, I actually have a picture of her right here.
No, don't.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There she is.
That's her. That's her right there.
You said Missy, right?
Yeah. I show up to her place. And
I
I'm,
pulled up a picture of Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
right.
Just for the
I
joke.
like that you Googled the middle name, misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Like you could have just said Missy
Missy
Elliott
Elliott.
and they would have found
got
it.
it. Yeah, it would've
You went
popped
full
up.
name.
That did not occur to me.
So
I forgot
where-
misdemeanor
I know where
was
three
in
names,
there.
yeah.
Honestly.
I show up. I'm just like, you know how like before you go on a date with something, like it's like you can tell like you tried.
Try to poop.
No. Like you
Before.
you definitely like put in effort to like want to look
good?
To look good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I don't want to. I know that might sound shitty to say, but you know, how, like you show up on a first date with somebody, you could kind of tell. There's like, oh, they're on a date, or like they're trying to be on a date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know because
just be the
I'm at
awkwardness
the
I'm
point
noticing
now
now.
where, like, me and my girlfriend, the first time we hung out, I had been at a basketball game all day, and she like was just like basically in comfy clothes. Like she didn't look bad or anything. She just wasn't like trying to dress up or anything.
What was the date though?
Well, I mean, I picked her up. We came here. We had sex.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, we
I-
had sex
I
the
didn't
first time,
know.
and like
But
our
let-
first date
let-
was
okay.
actually like going.
So I'm saying
someplace
it wrong.
else.
I'm saying it wrong. I felt completely like under prepared. I was like in like a Clash t-shirt and like shorts. And
Yeah.
I'm just like she's like
Okay, yeah.
kind of like I maybe that was just her thing. I never met her before, but she was like kind of like dressed up.
Okay.
Okay.
Or it seemed like maybe that's just how she dresses normally, but she looked stunning. And I'm just like in my head, I'm like, oh,
Maybe she thought you looked stunning.
maybe. I don't know. Well,
Probably not. I've
Probably
seen
not.
you in basketball shorts.
Yeah.
And it's not bad, but I wouldn't say stunning.
No,
I would
it's not.
say comfortable, classy
for sure.
gentleman.
So I'm like blown away. I'm like, oh wow, like wow. But once again, the entire time I'm like, I still don't know if this is date. So I'm like, I'm still gonna treat this as if this is a platonic hangout.
Which
Literally-
may have worked in your favor.
it didn't. I'm gonna tell you what. So listen, I'm
Sorry.
no, it's fine. I'm literally. Like I'm treating it like no, don't you don't have to. I was the idiot because I
Poor
didn't pick up on.
pathetic AJ.
All right, I wouldn't say pathetic.
Well, I'm just saying, you could have fucking. She was a knockout, and you showed up in basketball shorts and a Clash t-shirt.
I was like, okay,
Oh, if you had thrown on
So-
a pair of jeans, you'd
so-
probably be married to this woman right now.
who knows? But we're gonna get to that. So
Are you married?
no, I'm not married.
Okay.
No,
Are
no, 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 no.
Are you divorced?
No. I'm not. So we're like hanging out, and I remember like treating it like I said. Even when I saw her, I'm like, I'm still treating this as a platonic thing because maybe this.
I do the same thing.
Right,
honestly.
maybe, because maybe she's not like maybe this is just how she like
Right.
is,
Yeah.
and she's just like
Yeah.
insanely pretty. So I'm just like, okay, maybe she didn't do. Maybe this is just how she is. She didn't do this because
She's
going
lost
on
a lot
date.
of weight.
Oh, Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
She has, yeah.
I mean, she used to wear like garbage bags.
Right. So, but I'm blown away, completely blown away. But I'm once again treating it like a platonic hangout. We're in my car, and I remember like there's like conversations happening, and I'm just like, I remember thinking, I'm like, wow, if I was on a date, I would never have said that. I remember making a joke about seeing an escort at one point.
Of course you did.
Because it's like me, like you know,
Yeah,
like,
right, of
like I
You're just being
hang out with-
yourself, yeah.
I'm just being myself, and I learned a long time ago.
But
if you
that's
be
important on a
yourself,
date, too.
Be
Yeah.
yourself, and no one will like you.
That's not true, AJ.
I'm quoting someone when I say that, but
Oh, okay.
Who are you quoting? Jesus.
yeah, Jesus, no, a really good songwriter friend of mine.
Be yourself and nobody.
Be
will
yourself,
like
and no one will like you. His name's Sam Puccinelli, but
It's a good name.
yeah, it's a great name. So
you. The pooch.
there was a weird moment where earlier in the night she made a joke. I don't remember what the joke was. I just remembered this is what happened. She had made a joke about bananas. And I remember thinking, haha, that was a really funny joke. Later on in the evening, we're like driving around. She told me about this guy. Have you heard of the Unicorn Man? He's a guy that like wanders around the West Side with like a stuffed unicorn, dresses in girls' clothes.
No.
I wrote an article about him for Pressure Life. Go read it. She told me about him, and then I befriended him 6 months after this date, and I wrote an article about him. So there was a positive thing that came out of this. But she had made a joke about bananas earlier in the night, and later on we stopped at a gas station so I could get cigarettes. I like ran out of cigarettes. I was going to go get cigarettes. And I saw there was like a banana in the basket there. I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy this banana and like give it to her because like that'd be kind of funny.
Right.
So I get in the car and I give her this.
Oh, she waited in the car while you went.
Yeah, she wanted. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that bad?
Yeah, but go on.
That is bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But go on. Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been a sign.
Well, once again, I didn't know that. Did
At
you
least
know
to
that?
me.
Would you have been aware of that?
If someone, like, if I was on a date and we're like, oh, let's go, can I stop at the convenience store? I would go in with the person.
Oh, you would?
Yeah.
She was in the car. Well,
But anyways, I don't know. Maybe it's not weird.
It depends
I don't
how
know.
fast you're going in. Like if you're going in to grab cigarettes real quick,
Right.
I'm not going in.
All right. So I wanted to get
Okay.
cigarettes. I'm like, oh, there's a banana here. She made a joke about bananas earlier. That was really funny. I'm going to buy this banana and give it to her because it's funny.
Yeah.
I get in the car and I give her the banana, and I can tell like on the look on her face, she did not remember that she made a joke about bananas earlier in the night. So I'm just a weird fucking guy just handing her a banana. And I'm just like, okay. And then as I did it, I'm like thinking this was not nearly as funny in real life as it was in my head when I was in the convenience store. I'm like, this is going nowhere fast. I look like a complete buffoon. She's never going to talk to me again. And I was totally right. When I dropped her off, never heard from her again.
Okay.
Deafening silence.
Because she
I'm-
probably didn't think it was a date.
Right. Well, hold
And-
on.
yeah.
I don't know this. I don't know if she knew it was a date or not.
We need to connect with her, but go on.
Hold on.
Sorry.
So I
Missy, you want to come in here now?
that would have been hilarious. So about a year later, I'm at this event at House of Blues. Jess Fallstick is hosting it. Josh Lawhorn's doing stand up there, and I get in as media. I don't even remember. I just got a media pass. And I'm just like walking around. It's like this gathering of artists. About a year later, I hear, "Hey AJ," and I'm like, "Hey."
Did you try and contact her?
I reached out once or twice after that.
But you
date.
didn't want to like press it. So
No,
Right,
no,
yeah.
because I'm not a fucking
weirdo. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you are a weirdo, but not that
Right,
kind of weirdo.
right. I'm not a deviant weirdo. Well, maybe I am a deviant weirdo, but
you're
I'm a
not
harmless
that-
deviant weirdo.
You're not that. You're not that
right.
pushed. Like,
Right.
like,
You're
I
not
thought we had
predatory.
something.
No.
No, I hate you, and you're a slut.
no, no,
AJ is not predatory.
I'm not predatory. So about a year later, I'm at the House of Blues gathering of artists. I don't remember what it was, but I hear like, "Hey AJ," and I'm like, "Hi." I'm like, "Do we know each other?" And she's like, "It's Missy. We were hanging out.
I can't
we were
believe
hanging
you.
out."
Did you really not
I
recognize
really
her?
did not recognize her. I did not recognize her.
That,
once again,
interesting.
still really knockout.
Way to bring the power
And this
back.
is why you don't drink.
Alpha move.
Total knockout. Total knockout again. And I'm just like, oh God. And then I just remember like being really embarrassed that I didn't remember who she was. But she remembered who I was, obviously, because I'm the fucking weirdo that gave her a banana on a date. So, or once again, I don't know if it's a date.
You don't
I don't
know.
know.
You
if
don't
I
know.
still-
When you were
I don't
hanging
know.
out. She
We're
said
gonna
hanging
call
out.
her.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
were
find
hanging
out.
out. I give her this banana. So the rest of the night, I got the impression that she was kind of, her feelings were hurt, that I didn't recognize her. I found out, so I thought she was being standoffish. Found out later she was not being standoffish. She just kind of didn't want to be the part of the thing that she was a part of.
She didn't want to be there.
It's not that she wanted to be there. She had to do this really uncomfortable,
Okay.
like physical thing as a part of this art thing that she was doing. So she wasn't being standoffish. She was just kind
Out of her element.
I don't know if it was out of her element.
It
but
sounds like it was.
Maybe
she was
she was
doing
out of her
something that she wasn't
Sure.
thrilled about. Yeah.
Sure. So once again, and I told Jess, I'm just like, I went on a really ambiguous maybe date, maybe not date with that girl like a year and a half ago. And I'm really embarrassed because she recognized me and I didn't recognize her. And you know Jess Fallstick.
Yeah.
She's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. She's like reassuring me. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything happens for a reason. I'm like,
But it doesn't.
yeah, it doesn't. Nothing good happens to anyone ever.
I don't know if I would go that far, but somewhere in between.
So, let's bring this last Friday. I tweet a joke. Let me pull it up. I want to pull it up. At 7 o'clock
PM or AM?
p.m.
Okay, good.
I tweet a joke. When I was in 10th grade health class, I remember thinking, I'm never going to need to put a condom on a banana. I was right until about 20 minutes ago.
Funny joke. Silly.
Funny, silly little joke. 7 o'clock, 7:45 p.m. I'm sitting at a red light on Route 82 and Valley Parkway in Strongsville. The light turns green.
Truck full of dead dogs.
I put my foot on the gas. Bang. I get hit from behind. I get out of the car, and it's like this foreign woman who is like terrified. Like she's never been in a car accident before. I'm like so sad. Like I'm like trying to reassure her. I'm just like, ma'am, like it's gonna be fine. Like you're not going to jail. Like this is fine.
Gotta call the police though because
I
it's
have to
a
call the
work
police.
vehicle.
This is a work vehicle. This
Yeah.
isn't my vehicle.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to like calm her
Was there
down.
a dog in there?
I'm not going in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah. So we.
Was there an elephant in there?
Yeah.
I thought so.
So I'm talking to her. I'm trying to calm her down.
I knew that guy could not take care of that elephant.
we're
I told him you're in over your head.
I'm like, ma'am, everything's gonna be fine. A car pulls up next to us, and the passenger window rolls down. Hey, AJ.
Oh my God.
I like look in. I'm like, oh, it's Missy. It's Banana Girl.
And you recognized
And
her.
I recognize her this time, and then she drives away.
That's
And I'm like, and I remember thinking, I'm like, well, she's never going to think I'm cool, ever. I'm never going to be doing something awesome when I run into her. And then I turn around, and this woman
what
is
if
like,
she listens to the podcast?
we're going to get to that. So this woman, I turn around, and there's this woman there, and I'm like, I said this out loud. I'm like, hey, listen, I know you're sad, but that could have been the one that got away. I don't know. Like, so, you know,
said that
spare
to the
me.
foreign lady?
Yeah, I said that to the foreign lady. She didn't understand what I was saying.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I turn around to go get back in my car to go wait for the police, or to call the police, rather. The doors are locked in the van. I'm like, and then it starts raining.
No.
And I can't find the keys. And I know that I had the keys on me. I knew that they weren't in the van. I ended up finding them. I think they had fallen out of my pocket as I was exiting the van. I found them under the van. So I get in the van, and I'm sitting in there, and I'm like, all of that happened in like 45 seconds. I get hit, trying to reassure a foreign lady. I come up with this girl who I have no answers to, and I don't even remember her sometimes. Like, I remember, you know how like sometimes you're sitting somewhere
Hold on.
and you did something really embarrassing at some point in your life, and then that memory kind of fades. But then like one day you could just be standing in your bathroom just brushing your teeth, and for whatever reason that memory of that time you did something really embarrassing just creeps back into your head, and you just feel that same sort of cringy embarrassment that you felt back then. Imagine feeling that immediately after you got hit by a car. and then having to call the police, and then
That's a lot to unpack at once.
all at once.
So much.
Under a minute.
So much.
So you see how this is kind of 5 years?
In the making, yes.
I get in the car, settle everything.
Where were the keys?
They ended up being under the van.
Like all the way under.
Under the van. I think they had fallen
Did you
out
have
of
to
my
like
pocket.
crawl under?
No, I had to get down and like reach under,
Yeah.
but
In the rain.
in the rain.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the car. I'm reliving every bad mistake I've ever made in my life. now. Like everything that I've ever done. I'm just kind of sitting there going like, I looked in the mirror. I'm like, nothing good ever happens. Nothing good ever
Why does
happens.
it always rain?
Why does it always rain,
Why
bro?
does it
I don't
always
know.
rain on AJ?
I don't know. So I go. I leave. I end up doing Steve Murr's radio show right around that night. Am I allowed to plug that show?
Yeah, of course.
89.3 WCSB, Friday nights 11 to 1, The Midnight Express with Steve Murs, and I'm his co-host on there. I never talk about that, but
No,
we can
you
talk about
mentioned it from now on. That's fine.
Yeah. So I leave the radio show at like 1 a.m. I get a notification on Twitter. Missy likes a joke.
Dude.
She's trying to fuck.
No, hold on. No.
Have you messaged her?
Hold on. So
You
I
text
messaged her.
her?
I messaged her. I was just like, so I've come to
Remember the
conclusion.
fucking banana now, you idiot?
Right. So she liked the bad banana joke.
Yeah.
So I messaged her. I'm just like, listen, I've come to the conclusion. I'm never going to look cool in front of you. That's fine. Yada, yada, yada. She's like hilarious. I mean, she's like, you know, thinks it's like funny. And I'm like, okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm like, I'm gonna tell this story on the Bill Squire Show. Because I know she listens. Like I said, she thought that I was Wilhelmina. I've talked to her intermittently.
So she's like,
before.
has she been listening?
I don't think she listens to this every
Okay,
week.
but she listens to the Alan Cox
Yeah,
show.
I mean, she asked you because she thought I was Wilhelmina,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
obviously I'm not, because
Right.
Wilhelmina is a real person.
Right.
Yes.
Who's a Bill Squire super fan.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Real.
So
So stop with your guesses.
I'm just like, I'm going to tell the story on the Bill Squire Show, but I want to get this right. And in order for me to get this right, I have to know. Out of respect for
We are
the
getting
truth,
closure.
Was it?
and for you, I was like, were we on a date?
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
I'm getting so...
He's going to pull up some music or something.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I don't want to how to play a drum roll. I just want a drum roll.
Why don't we just do this?
Come on.
I was like, were we on a date? And she was like, yeah, we were on a date. And I was like, oh, God. I was like, damn it. I wish you wouldn't have said that. But that's fine.
I didn't get
But it
the
makes the
thing,
story
right?
better.
It does.
It makes the story
So
better.
you did find out once and for all you
I
were
found
on a
out
date.
I was on a date with her, and I was just an idiot.
Did you ask her on a nude?
No, I
date?
can't. She's been dating somebody for like 4 years.
Why is she liking your stuff like that?
It's a joke. I mean, you can like a joke. You've
But
liked my jokes, and
sporadically-
you're married.
No, no, no.
You're married, and
She's
you have a
on that
boyfriend.
date.
That's not what I mean. I
Maybe
mean-
you were the one that got away.
That's what I'm saying. Is like she's
Are they happy?
waved. Said,
I don't
"Hey,
know.
AJ."
I mean, he seems like I've only seen pictures of him on social media of who I think he is, but I don't know.
Can we get Danny to weigh in on this?
Can we get Danny to weigh it? I have to retell the whole story.
No. I'll give her a very Cliff Notes version. Hey, Danny.
Should we give her a microphone?
I
And
think
set up the camera?
I just want to hear a disembodied voice.
how.
Danny. Oh, she might be on with headphones on.
When did you post the thing?
The joke?
Yes. When did
I
you post
posted
the
that
joke?
at like 7.
7.
Then saw
PM.
her.
7 p.m. 7:45. I get hit. I see her
Okay. So that's not.
So she
did
went-
she like your other stuff?
every now and again. I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
it's not we're not like
Yeah.
always like talking to each other or anything.
At first, I thought maybe it was like a. Oh,
No,
she saw you, then
I have no chance
sought
of
out
it.
here.
And that's fine. Like that's fine. That's not why I'm telling the story.
Can we see her though?
Yeah, I can show you a picture of her.
Also, Tommy, I just want to say that tattoo, that your new one,
Yeah.
it looks just like saran wrap.
What?
It looks so real. Like it looks like you really got saran wrap tattooed onto your skin.
What?
Is this joke going over your head?
I mean, I get it.
Is that not a tattoo?
Yes, it is.
This part,
That's Sanoderm.
Sanoderm.
tape.
Well, it looks like it looks very real.
Okay.
Looks like they tattooed it on your arm.
Yeah.
And that was the joke.
She's a cutie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, once again, like that's not like I'm not like
For an idiot that blew it.
I know. Well,
Sorry, Missy.
yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that was the story. Like all of that shit happened. Like I said, under
That's
a
wild
minute.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
when was your date? 5 years
5
ago.
years
5
ago.
years ago.
Okay.
Something like that.
Huh.
But once again, even when I got in an accident, I'm like, I don't even know if that was a date. And like the only time
now
I
you
ever
know it
think
was.
about it,
I'm glad you asked.
the only time I ever think about it is when I see a picture of her or she likes a post
Okay, but
or
let's go back a little bit.
Sure.
So even if this isn't a date, you are going to hang out with another adult human being.
Yeah.
And you guys had plans to do what? Go to a bar?
I don't
Go out?
remember. I don't remember.
But
Like,
where'd you guys go?
I don't even remember.
You don't even remember where you went?
No, I don't, because there were so many other things that I was thinking about that like I just remember like thinking the whole time like, am I on a date?
But why
Because-
not? Even if you're not sure it's on a date, but you know this is a girl that you might potentially want to go out with. Why wouldn't you just put on some fucking pants, man?
I didn't know. I'm just I don't really remember if I was wearing shorts, but I looked like a schlub.
Yes,
I looked like a
But,
fucking schlub. I look like how I look now.
Like,
I look
right
like-
now, you don't look all that
don't look like
schlubby.
a
all that schlubby.
You don't look
like a
schlubby.
I look all that
Schlub?
schlubby.
You don't look schlubby right
I
now.
don't, okay, well, I was schlubby
Yeah.
that day. I'm just like, okay, like I don't even fucking whatever.
I can't wait to meet your dad tomorrow.
Yeah, you're gonna meet my dad tomorrow. You're
Met
going
your
on.
uncle?
They're on an ambiguous date tomorrow.
Does your dad drink?
too.
Yeah, my dad. Yeah, my dad will have a drink. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Will he get fucked
Wait,
up?
why are you guys going
I don't
on a
think he'll
date?
get fucked up. I don't think he'll get fucked up.
But like he'll do a shot with me.
Maybe he'll do a shot with you. Yeah, I mean, you
Well,
might
yeah.
have to find him.
Yeah,
in the crowd.
I'm opening for a couple of Indian people. I'll find him.
You'll find him. No, I mean, my dad will probably because you do like meet and greets afterwards. My dad
I
will
mean, I'll just
probably
be
approach you.
milling around, and he'll find me. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I want to meet him, Augie, right?
Augie. Yeah.
He's a funny dude too.
Yeah.
That's cute.
But I'd love to have a drink with him and just get to know him.
So yeah,
bit.
that
And we can talk about how you really messed this one up.
I don't even. No, I told my dad this story, and my dad didn't even care about that part. He's like, "How's the car?"
Aw.
He's like, "Are you in trouble?" And nobody asked.
Actually, I was more concerned about the car too.
Yeah, I
Now
know.
this time you telling the story, I'm like, oh, okay. Now I see why you're so worried about the girl.
No, I'm not worried about the girl.
No, but
I don't want to give off the impression that I'm interested.
But you're like you got
questioning.
closure on something.
Yeah.
I got some
And I
closure
didn't
on
understand
something.
that. I didn't
Yes.
understand it the first time you told the story.
But now when I think back on it, I'm gonna feel more cringy because if it was
And you
if it
should.
was just a platonic hangout, it's just like, okay, I'm just talking about farts and poop and fucking the fact that I've seen an escort one time and fucking I gave her a banana and it was just like,
then.
okay, she just didn't fucking appreciate the humor. But now that I knew that it was a date and I could have did better,
what story did you tell her about seeing an escort, or do you make a?
I made a joke about having seen an escort at some point, which I mean, I have done that.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, so that has happened before.
Well, I never. So I've gotten.
Stop it! No. Now you're gonna clarify.
I'm not. No, I'm talking about my stuff.
Okay.
I say I've never gotten an escort. I've done happy endings at massage parlors. So
Those really exist.
Oh yeah,
Around
you want to hear
here?
my story?
Around here?
It was in Warren back when they had them in Warren. They used to have a bunch in Warren.
Were they hot at least?
They were pretty hot, but also
Nice.
now that I think about it, definitely sex trafficked, like Asian
Yeah.
massage. I'm like, I don't feel great about it now.
You're like, damn
It was
it.
also 2004,
Right, you didn't know.
2005.
You
I
didn't
didn't know.
I
yeah.
wouldn't let that go out.
I've already talked about it a bunch of times.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah, a
Okay.
bunch of times.
Then maybe cut this part out.
Nah, it's all right. I don't fucking
Okay.
care. I've owned my past.
Okay.
What are they gonna do? Figure out? Oh yeah, tell me more about it.
Yeah.
It was
It's
in
a
2000.
joke.
It
I'm
was
a comedian.
It was so long ago, and they shut all those places down. I talked about it on the radio show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's not a big deal.
I'm just looking out. I'm just looking out for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's it was a very long time ago.
So
But-
yeah, that was
But one girl had real big fake tits and was very hot, and then the other one was more petite. Oh man! So the best one was in upstate New York. I
How
went there,
many?
4 or 5 times.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So one of them, I was performing at a club in Buffalo. Me and a couple other comedians went to a massage parlor afterwards, and I had already been to a massage parlor before, so I knew
you knew the
deal.
menu.
I knew the menu, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Get what you can get while you can get it." So the girls come out, and I go, "You," and we just go back, and she was fucking so cute, big Asian titties. She was great. She's crawling around on my back, gave me a great happy ending. Big soft tits, great. Then there was one girl that was oh, okay. And then there was my one friend got stuck with the madam, who was a
madam.
legit old lady.
Oh,
That's awesome.
No.
And he's he got the massage, and then she jerked him off, and he's like, she was really good at it. I didn't feel anything.
Feel like
He's like, I came, but I didn't. He's like, it just was weird, and he was so upset.
But he came. That's good.
But he
at
came,
least.
but he's like, she
He's
was
mad.
really good at it.
He's mad that she was old. That's what it was.
And but not even just old. She was motherly old. She was not trying to put on that she was a hot
Sexy,
older
yeah.
lady. She
Right.
was she
Let me
looked
get my
like a
walker.
regular mom, and then jerked him off.
yeah.
He's like, the massage actually all the touching was good. She knew what she was doing, but it was just a weird thing because it was an old lady. But the girl was crawling around on my back. Great.
That's good.
Yeah, I was happy about
Thanks
it.
for cheering me up, Bill.
So
Thanks for cheering me up. Yeah, I'm a buffoon.
A buffoon.
I'm the fool.
there's another time I was in Iowa and I stopped at one. It wasn't an Asian massage parlor, just like a roadside like
yeah.
trucker massage parlor. And I didn't have enough money to get like a real happy ending. And so the lady was just like, well, you can finish yourself off. And I was like, can you pull your boobs out? And she's like, this is $50. I was like, never mind. And I was just like, I'll just finish. And she's like, okay. And we were both disappointed with that transaction. But like I heard, like it was like in a trailer, and I could hear what was going on in the room next door. It was very upsetting. But I was at a very sad point in my life where I was like, I deserve this.
Oh, jeez.
I think it's fun.
It was. I mean, I don't regret it. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway, I'm gonna meet your dad tomorrow.
you're going to meet my dad tomorrow. He's excited. Because I realized, I was like, oh, yeah, him and Raj.
Yeah.
And there's some attachment there with Raj, too, because
Yeah.
I'm working on something with Raj as well. And my dad's like, oh, I'm just like, hey, what? Called my dad this afternoon. I'm like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? He's just like, nothing. I'm like, Bill and Raj are going to be in Oklahoma City at the Brickyard. He was like, oh, no way, I'm going to go.
Fuck yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
So here's what happened to me this week, why we had to record on Tuesday. Monday, I text Raj and I'm like, hey, so I'm getting in on Thursday around 4 o'clock. And he's like, you mean Wednesday? And I was like, I thought it was Thursday. And he's like, no, Oklahoma City's on Wednesday. And I was like, oh, shit. So I had to change my flight,
Oh shit.
which was pretty easy to do. It was like $80
Right.
and worth it to do just to go and like have this weekend of shows and hang out with my buddy. Because it's like, you know, whenever Raj is here, like he's kind of spread thin. So it'll be nice to go down there
Yeah.
and get some
Hang out
one-on-one
with
time.
Raj.
And also, I'm also spread thin here. So like I don't get a ton of time to hang out
You,
with
Raj, and Augie together at last.
yes.
Yeah.
And so I had to, but just dumb scheduling on my part. But I'm excited to go down there, do some stand-up. We're supposed to do some mushrooms on Saturday morning.
With your with AJ's
with my
dad?
Hey, if he wants to come to Bentonville
I don't know. My dad is going to be here.
by then.
By
okay.
then, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then I guess he's not going to do mushrooms
Yeah, I
with
guess he's
us.
not going to do mushrooms now.
And,
But you can invite him to go do mushrooms with you.
I will. I
Yeah,
will.
Yeah,
But I just want to have a drink with him.
yeah, you
Couple-
can have a drink with my
maybe
dad.
a couple
yeah.
drinks, and just get to know him a little bit and hang out with him. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, I felt like I'm so glad that it was so easy to change my flight, but it's also one of those things where I'm like, did I just fuck up a lot of things for a lot of people? Because I got like a lot of shows scheduled, and like you can't just replace Bill Squire the last
Right,
minute.
you
No,
can't.
not
It's
that
tough.
replaceable.
No, the third most
Replaceable.
popular comic in Cleveland. Your words, not mine. You
I know.
said that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know what I am. I know what I am. All right. Well, I think this one went well.
I think
Yeah.
so too. Yeah.
Tommy, you got anything you want to talk about?
No.
How's the house? You getting settled
Good.
in?
Yeah, my changing room is finally. I've got my shelves up.
Yeah.
Third most popular OnlyFans model in Cleveland.
I feel like
I don't know who
she's.
the other ones.
Well, I know my one friend she goes by the Kinky Witch, and
I think you've
she's
talked about her before.
yeah, she's
She's got a big following.
She's got huge. She's top 0%.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's
She's from
killing
here?
it. She's from the east side. Yeah.
You should
Nice.
fuck her on the OnlyFans.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, hit her up. You guys could collab on some stuff, and she would.
And her name's what?
Kinky Witch.
Kinky Witch. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys could collab on some stuff, and she would do. I think she'd help raise your profile.
Yeah.
And she's hot,
sure.
so I think. you'd
Hell
like
yeah.
that.
I'll look her up right now.
All right, that's all for this week's episode. Thank you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends, including your parents. Be friends with your parents finally. And bye.
Bye.
This is the Bill Squire Show.